Trojan fella, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, Talanoa Ely, the big time former Orange Lutheran linebacker. Listen, this guy appears to be maybe trending to USC, man. We'll see what happens. But look, man, I saw a post that he put up last night. I really feel good about it. I feel like USC is really doing some phenomenal things in the recruiting department, and we're going to talk about that because you guys might be surprised who the number one and the number two recruiters are in the country right now. Now, you guys know I just had a big-time linebacker, AJ Tuatelli, on my show Sunday. If you guys haven't seen that interview, go look it out. He's a very humble guy, very humble family, comes from a good family. And, man, listen, one of the things we talked about was Coach Dog, who is a phenomenal recruiter, one of the most underrated guys, I believe, recruiting right now. And I think he has his hands on this as well, as far as these linebackers and as far as these guys being part of the Polynesian community. Man, listen, Coach Dog is a great asset. And, man, look, when you're talking about this big-time linebacker right here, he's already standing at 6'2", 220 pounds, and you could tell he has incredible size on him. And as you see here, he's one of the most highly sought-after linebackers in the country. But I think what USC is doing, not only on the recruiting front, because we always told you guys that the recruiting front, we're establishing ourselves. We've been reestablishing ourselves since Eric Henderson and those guys got here. But we got other things now that are backing that. New facilities to add. Of course, now the NIL is through the roof. And I just read a report where we're competing with the best of the best. In fact, some of our offers has been good as it gets. And it's not too many people that are willing to beat us right now from NIL front. So, look, man, you guys can hit me in the comment section on this. But USC has a great chance to get this big-time linebacker. Now, I got to give Coach Eric Henderson and Coach Doug Belk their flowers because when you're talking about, and you read this at the top, it says chasing for the National Recruiter of the Year. It's crazy because Coach Doug Belk and Eric Henderson are the 1 and 2 right now, and they're on the same team. That's a rare thing to see. Two coaches on the same team chasing for National Recruiter of the Year. That tells you at the level right now that USC's recruiting at number 1 and number 2. And look, it's really go time. Can we salute Doug Belk? I mean, some of these guys that he's been getting, you're talking about landing our local guys, defensive back guys. Arrington is going to be the icing on the cake. If we could just secure that commitment, Arrington, man, if we could just, the kid out of San Diego, he's a phenomenal athlete, track athlete, all-around athlete. But if we secure that, it's checkmate. I'm probably giving it to Doug Belk. But right now, Eric Henderson, I would say right now he's leading. Just hit a big-time guy out of the state of Texas. And, look, we put him out the backyard of Texas Longhorns. And for us to do that, look, salute to Eric Henderson. He's doing some phenomenal things as well. So hit me in the comments, man. Doug Belk as well as Eric Henderson are both hitting the recruiting trail tough right now. Now, I got to get to this, man. Jonas Williams, man, over the weekend, you guys know Jonas Williams, big 4-star, 5, some have him as, I think Rivals has him as a 5-star, but Jonas Williams is a 4-star according to most of the outlets. I believe it's 24/7 Sports as well as On3 and ESPN. However, USC was able to flip Jonas Williams. Now he's a USC commit. And look, man, he is doing some phenomenal things. And the more I look at him, you guys know my comparison was Caleb Williams. And look, man, the way he throws out of that pocket looks just like Caleb Williams. However, he was in a big-time camp over the weekend. And lo and behold, who gets the top performer? Who gets the MVP? You got a big-time guy like Jonas Williams. And it's incredible, man, because I think the more and more I look at this kid, the more I start realizing that, look, it is really go time with him. USC was able to secure a commitment from a big-time guy. And look, salute to the coaches. One thing we could always say, one thing I've always said is that USC absolutely, and Lincoln Riley absolutely knows how to recruit quarterbacks. I will never question him about that. Even what goes on this year, I'm not even going to question him. All I know is he is the quarterback guru. And look, we salute him. And I'm really excited about what Jonas Williams brings to the table. You guys can hit me in the comments. You guys can tell me what you think about that. But big up to Jonas Williams. All right, the last thing we're going to get to is, you see Greg Biggins here. Look, another one. Brandon Lockhart, man. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I love Brandon Lockhart and what he's doing right now. Just not only on the field, what he's doing in these camps. He just got MVP of a camp, but I love what he's doing on social media. He's so interactive. He makes so many good statements as it relates to the program. He has USC's back to the fullest. He's recruiting like crazy. I'm gonna try to get Brandon Lockhart on this show. I've been talking to him. He already agreed to doing it. We're just trying to get the exact date, exact time, because he had a camp this past weekend, so different things going on. But you guys know we've been doing this for a while now. Braylon Conley, Carlon Jones, Matt Royalgen. We had multiple guys on here. Of course, Jamil Muhammad. You guys know all the people we had on here. But we're going to continue to do it. You guys tap in. Tell me if you guys like the interviews, like what we continue to do. But we're going to try to get Brandon Lockhart on here. But he got MVP. I will say Brandon Lockhart right now is one of the biggest recruiters for USC. And the more I look at him with his style, his frame, and I saw him doing some coverage, he looked like he's absolutely moving and grooving on the coverage. And he looked like he's getting better and better as a player. So look, you guys hit me in the comments. You guys can tell me what you think. Happy Tuesday to everybody. It's almost go time with spring ball. I can't wait till we start dealing with that, because it seems like it's been a long time. But you guys know we do it every year. But hit me in the comments, man. You guys tell me what you think. It's USCJ32 on Twitter, USCJ32 on Instagram. Fight on, fight on, fight on.